this was our Mammoth Lake. We were there for 2 days, but then on our way back, we ended up stopping at the Kern River to visit my father-in-law. It's my husband's stepfather, so I think this book also includes that. Same thing, you know, what we wanted to do. That's what I didn't do in the other book. I didn't end up writing what we actually did. Decorated, put the date. You can see that I'm starting to add more pictures, and the style, it's getting better and better, and my hints. I think I love this traveler's notebooks. I feel like I treated them like scrapbooks, which is what they are, obviously. For me, it's about adding pictures, but the journals are more about the words rather than the pictures. So I did a tip in here, and this is just one strip. I put the pictures really close together and then added some little writing there in between. So when I printed it, I just cut it and left it as one strip. I use Photoshop whenever I change the sizes of my photos there. Maybe this is better. A little tip in there. It's me sitting and I don't know, looking at the lake somewhere actually. This is Mammoth. Oh, you know what? I'm like, wait a minute, this is Yosemite. We're in Yosemite here. So what happened is, from Lake Tahoe, on our way to Mammoth, you actually go close to the entrance of Yosemite. And so we decided that, you know, you always have to check in at a hotel at 3 o'clock. And since we left early, we knew that we would have extra time. So we decided to make a quick stop just for a few hours in Yosemite. So this is it's not Tuolumne Meadows. Sorry, I gotta turn it so I can see. What is this one? Oh my gosh, I can think of the name. It's not this is Tuolumne Meadows here. I can't think of what this spot is. It's Tunnel View or something. Oh my gosh. Anyways, that's why I was like, wait a minute, we're in Mammoth. How come I have pictures here? Both of these pictures are from Yosemite, but that's what we did. We ended up stopping here, and then there was some I don't know, everybody and their mama was going there, and I remember the line just to get to the park took us over an hour to get there. And that's what it was, but we were committed, so we did it. This is my absolute most favorite picture ever. We bought I guess a remote control for our camera, and I told everybody, okay, 1, 2, 3, jump, and then my husband has the remote in his hand, and then he did it, and this is the picture, and it was the best investment we've ever made. So now we don't ever have to ask anyone to take our picture, because he hates that, and no one has to run to make it to the count of 10, you know, to make it to the picture. So here's the most beautiful example of why you should buy a remote control for your camera. And the pages are so thick, look at that, because I add so much paper to them. Oh. So here we are still in Yosemite, in Yosemite. I always say Yellowstone, I don't know why. This is Tenaya Lake, I do remember that. Here we are again. I was able to add one large picture, and now we made it to Mammoth. This is their logo, so I just drew that in watercolor. This is actually my shot, my picture. And we went to Devil's Post Pile, which was amazing, amazing, amazing. And the whole hike, I'm going to call it a hike, it took us 4.5 miles from we started. We went to this Rainbow Falls, and it was a long hike. It really isn't, but it kind of felt like that for the boys. It was a little chilly in the morning We are the type of tourists that get up really early in the morning to avoid the sun, the heat, and also the crowds. Everybody seems to, you know, get going around 10 o'clock. By 10:30, 11 o'clock, we're already on our way back. So that's what that is. And here is Rainbow Falls, and on our way back, we actually crossed the PCT, which is called, it's a major trail that runs from the border of Mexico all the way down Southern California, and it goes all the way to Canada. I don't know if you've read the book Wild and seen the movie Wild. I read the book and I was so excited when I saw that this was part of the PCT. And here's a funny story that goes with this. So we were here, and I think maybe about a month later, it dawned on me, we can hike it. Why not hike it, right? So my husband and I decided to hike a section of the PCT, and we're gonna do that this summer. And I have a journal already started for it, and maybe that would be a whole other video. But it was amazing to me to look back at this picture and realize that that was the day where the idea actually went in my head. And now we're training for it. We have our permits reserved already, and I'm excited for it. And it's definitely going to be an awesome journal to share with you later on when we actually do it. There are so many lakes in Mammoth, not just one lake. I mean, there's so many of them. They all have different names. Look, I didn't even do anything there. So we tried to hit a couple of the lakes, and here are the boys trying to fish. Nothing. We didn't catch anything, but it was fun. And then this is where after we left Mammoth, like I said, we were there just 2 nights, so not very long, but it was still a lot of fun. We left to go to the Current River. And in the Current River, there is this place, this right here. It's called Dome Rock. And it's in the Sequoia National Forest. And let me tell you something. I am wearing, in this exact spot right here, if I show you the picture, I'm standing there wearing my wedding gown, and my husband wearing a tuxedo, and he's standing right there. Because this is exactly the spot where we got married. We crazy, actually that could be a whole other video and a whole other hour to show you, but we did. We got our wedding license here in California in our area because we wanted to have access to it, but then we actually found a priest that would go to this place and perform a ceremony for us. So we actually got married in God's church, because to us, right here what you see, it's God's church. And that's where we were married, and all our family and friends were there, and it was the most amazing experience, and everybody still talks about it to the day. And it's been let's see, 18 years. 18 years ago, and they're the 2 boys that came from that, playing Star Wars on top of that rock right there. So that's a little story behind the scenes there. And there we are, again, with the camera remote, because there was nobody up there. It was absolutely beautiful. And I don't know if you can read that, but I remember it being such a beautiful quote, and I put that there. We went to the, here's the Trail of 100 Giants, which is in the Sequoia National Forest. We always do this loop, you know, this little trail to see all the giants. So that's what that's about. And we were there. One of the giants had fallen, and it was so sad to see that. But it's again, I could tell you about it, but anyways. And I think that's the end. Not too many pages left. I'm sure I can find more pictures to add there, but anyways, that is it. I hope this wasn't too long. Let me see me put them back in order again. And how you join these 2 together is you find the centers, or close to the center, and then you put them like that. So now there are 2 of them put together. And then I will pick the second strap. I'm sure these shatters are not very nice in this video. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. And then I put the first one in here. And there it is. I love, this is like priceless to me, this item right here, this journal right here. It's so beautiful. And I love its chunkiness. And anyways, that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope this video was much better. This is my 3rd video ever filmed and ever posted on YouTube. I'm trying to learn more as I go and get better at it. So please let me know what you think. If you have any questions, anything you want to know, anything that's made you curious, I would try to answer it if I can. And I have one other journal that I will make a film on it because I think it's fun too. So I'm glad that I do have something to show you and talk about as I am learning. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Thanks.